Hello guys, welcome back to Cabino Games. Today I'm gonna show you Siege Battle against G.O.A.T and Avenger X. Look at that. That's a legend Siege Battle guild right there. um, this is quite the fight. We're looking at the defenses and we're seeing everyone with Molong, Perna, and something else. We've been very fortunate because they've been attacking each other since the first half, and we were just watching them fight against one another. So right now we're starting our attacks, and I want to show you how we're actually countering these Molong defenses, because it's really hard. I mean, imagine, for example, if you have a lineup and then like this one, this is my favorite comp. I always bring this against Molong, and especially if there's an Eladriel right there. The key here is just to get the defense break on Eladriel and then use that collapse. But of course, we have to wait for Molong's. Wow, this Molong's smart, huh? This Molong's reckless assault before we do it, because he's gonna eat our health. So yeah, as I was saying, imagine if you were fighting like say this guild, and then you only have one comp to fight against that Molong, and they have everyone on Molong. What are you going to do then? Well, nothing, right? And even if you beat, say, this one round, the next time around, he's gonna put up that Molong defense again. Especially, at these levels, top 10 siege battle guilds, you can expect a lot of Molong, for sure. Yep. Anyway, back to this fight. I'm actually waiting for Eladriel to just, for us to get a defense break on Eladriel. Or in this case, we're going to kill this Molong. And then when he resurrects Molong, he'll be half health. You see, because if we collapse him like that, without a defense break or anything, it's just not gonna work. See, okay, touch of mercy. Okay, because Feng Yang can just continue tanking Perna, but Perna is going to be healing. So once we kill this Eladriel, it should be good to go. Sleep. Oh no, he's gonna have that heal up. Can we kill? Nice. Okay, so without Eladriel, we can just, even if he, yeah, that's okay. Because Perna is going to attack into our Feng Yan anyway. Back to the Molong discussion. He's just a super OP monster. I'm gonna get one for Christmas. With that Transcendence go. Yeah, wait for it, man. Anyway, yeah, he's a very strong monster. His Reckless Assault does like 70% of your enemy's HP. He's gonna receive the same damage, right? But with Eladriel and Perna healing him, it's just such an OP comp, And usually, Molong has a defense break on his first turn. So if he defense breaks that fire monster, Perna's gonna go attack into that monster right away. Definitely, it's such an OP comp. OP monster. Yeah. And you see, okay, we see a few Molongs in this tower from G.O.A.T. Hello, brothers. How are you guys doing? Big shout out to Marv, Sid, and of course, Alt. Hey, guys. And I like what Shooter's plan here is, because Camilla has her first aid passive that's going to take the damage from Molong. So Molong's gonna keep hitting into that Camilla, and then at the same time you have Feng Yan and Chasun healing him, and then Pernas is going to probably attack either Feng Yan or Chasun, and then it's over. You know, they're just gonna probably kill Beta or something. Nice. Okay, okay. And then for Deep, Kiselek is bringing in Kabila. I think pretty much the fastest monster in the game with a base speed of 120. Who's gonna go first? Give the turn to Theon, and then Theon's just going to buff up that Lucian and kill everyone. Or if ever, he's gonna put anti-crit. He has a safety from anti-crit from the alert of Kabila. And then, yeah, goodbye Zerati. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we'll see the results later. Let's check the other tower. Wow, Molong, Molong, Molong. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. This is gold already, and everyone still has a Molong. I mean, it's just crazy, isn't it? Um, so I want to make these videos to show you how our team, our guild, I'm asked permission already from our guild leader, and assistant guild leader. So they approved. Yeah, luckily, I'm also very grateful for that. Let's see. So Feb is bringing in this Katarina, come with that Chloe, and of course Kali. A bit risky. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but if it can work, but honestly a bit too risky to face against, Molong, and with that Eladriel, if you miss, you're not gonna be able to win that. But to be honest, in these Guardian 3 siege battles, you have no choice because you have a limited number of monsters and you can only use your monster once. So you'll definitely need to take that risk, right? Yeah. Plus, of course, even if you have a foolproof super team against whoever, and then you get hit by like RNG or something, you're still gonna lose. You know, yeah, you're still gonna lose. Usually, if you have, say, this Molong who's water, Perna fire, and then someone else, you'll need something like this, like two wind monsters, and then say a water or a fire monster. Like in CDC's case, everyone that Molong is going to be continued hitting Ariel while Xingze and Chasun do damage to everyone else. It's a good comp because you have enough heals from Ariel and Chasun. Nice. Okay, let's go back to the other red 10 tower. Okay, over here, Feb's plan is for Bulldozer to kill everyone. Well, no, he's gonna probably go for Triana first. But either way, this comp is very strong because Feng Yan has that guild defense lead of 44%. And then, of course, you have Emilia, the water unicorn, with her, of course, if she goes into unicorn form, I mean the human form, she has that purifying wave that increases defense. So with a defense lead of 44% and then a defense buff, man, they're gonna be hitting so hard. Plus, you have Feng Yan, he's going to tank that Perna, and then this Emilia is going to tank Triana, all the while giving immunity to that Bulldozer, except if Emilia is not speed synced to that Bulldozer, he loses his, what do you call this, will. Nevertheless, a strong combo. Nice. Now we'll look at quickly. His plan here is for Copper to be the main damage dealer. You have Delphoy with the wind lead skill of 40% increase in defense. And then you have Emesity giving another set of defense buff to that Copper. So he's planning that, this Delphoy will provide the sustain he needs to actually, reset anyone for that matter. Even Theomars you can reset. Even, what do you call this? Jean you can reset. But of course, you have resistance lead from Jean, 55%, right? It may take some time, but he has Delphoy for the heals, and Copper can just for sure he'll get the first turn and just copper that Eladriel and then sustain out, put immunity and resist John's provoke, and then just finish everyone off after you know sustaining the attacks from Theomars. The risky part with this comp is that if Jean does not provoke when you expect her to, it's our turn to attack. Let's hit Snow. Now I'm just going to bring in my own Copper Bulldozer comp. We're gonna get the first turn with Immensity, Marching Shot. We're just going to Thunderstrike this beta. Bam, 57,000. And then now this is the tricky part. Can we full power punch John? Ugh. Yes, we can. And 3 versus 1. I've had experiences. I've had an experience where Theomars just went crazy and killed a 3 versus 1. Seriously, look at that. Okay, are you gonna go another turn? No. Can you stun? Stun? Okay, you see? Okay, Theomars, enough. Okay. Nice. We look towards the next base. You see Red 6, Goat 6. All Molong defenses again. Man, you'll probably need like, I don't know, 15? Or like, no, 10 teams to beat a Molong and to be able to compete. Let's look at Shooter. So here Shooter's team is straightforward. He's gonna bring in immunity from Musa. You're gonna Oblivion, that Perna and that Leo, and then you'll just have Laika to kill everyone else. That Laika is probably a vampire Laika. But again, I can hear the comments. Why not show the build or whatever, right? Yeah, but I have to ask permission. It's a privacy thing. Let's see in the next video if they'll allow me to show their runes and how they build the monsters, right? That's going to be a secret for now. Now let's see in the next video. Okay, so we see the fight. We see that like a comp work. We look at Quickly's attack. We see a Galleon, Tiana, Poseidon. Wow, a very creative way to fight this comp. That's nice. Definitely, Poseidon's Maelstrom is going to put the attack bars to 0 and then attack speed. Decrease the attack speed. You have a defense break on them. They're all gonna have attack buff or attack power increase from Galleon's time to loot. And then it's gonna be just crowd control. Poseidon's gonna have sweeping waves, so that's gonna silence the beta from doing whatever. Very creative way to battle this comp. Another nice C. Okay, next up we'll look at Zera with his Tianlang. So we see here Sidisi bringing in Olivia, Wusa, and Copper. On the defense of Zera, there's only Theomars who's going to be doing damage, and then Tianlang is going to just strip just like Molong. And Let's see how it works for him. Alright, next we have Zed's Molong defense, and then Theo brings in his own Kali, Chloe, and Katarina comp. Can be a bit risky, but it can work as well. Bam, and it does. Okay, look at Dr. Zealander. Yep, the base is definitely full of defeated enemies. It's a very strong defense. And now we have quickly attacking. He's bringing Arang with an attack power increase for wind monsters by 40%. Wow. Definitely that Konomiya is going to get the first turn, and he plans to give the attack power buff to and turn to Lucian, who will just end up killing everyone. And perhaps, maybe Arang will provide the follow up. It depends on how fast Arang is. And bam, does the job. Good job quickly. Man, because of that fight, I think I want to build an Arang. Wow. That's a very, very strong, um, what do you call this? Combo against that very strong defense. Man, that's why I really, um, that's why I'm falling in love with, watching these G3 Guild Wars. You can learn a lot from the combinations of these Guardian players of Symphonic. It's really fun. A lot of creative ways on how to deal with these Molong towers, these Molong Guild War defenses. So cool, man. Now, the thing with siege battles is, it's very strategic. You have to wait for cooldowns. You can't just attack into any one battle. Where we were, just watching Avenger X and Go hit one another, but they weren't hitting us either. So we didn't want to. Yeah, it depends on your strategy, I guess. But yeah, we'll have to wait it out until those towers over there cool down. Next tower is yellow 11. Again, that's all Molong defenses. And we have someone attacking here. Okay, so Shooter is bringing in Luis, Talc, and Copper. Luis has a Guild War lead of 44% HP buff. And with Talc, yeah, he has this second skill, Polar Roar, that increases defense and heals, while he has a Trained Skin passive that decreases inflicted damage by less than what? 20% of his max HP. Yeah, that can work too. And then let's look at this guy. So Cesar is bringing in Avarice, Rakan, and Chason to this comp. Yeah, so what's going to happen here is Molong's gonna be attacking into, of course, Rakan. And then this Avarice is just going to, what do you call this? Kill that Perna, while Perna is going to hit onto Chasun. He doesn't have an attack power buff, and then Molong's just gonna keep focusing on Rakan, who's just going to put up immunity and avoid his defense break. But if Molong goes crazy, this comp may be in trouble. If Molong goes violent, strips and stuns. Okay, let's go for an attack. I'm looking to hit this guy. We're just going to bring in a straight cleave team. I'm bringing in Zyros with the attack power buff. This comp can be risky, yes. because if Zyrus is unable to reset Perna or kill Perna, yeah, we have to kill Perna and then reset everyone else. Because if not, Molong's just going to do his defense break, and then Perna is just going to kill our Zyros. So let's see. Ooh, faster than my Tiana. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Yeah. And so is. Oh man. Oh wow. No more. Yeah, that's like over. Yeah, I had to quit it. I'm not even gonna try because the. Damn. See, that's the thing with you know fighting Guardian or no Legend guilds, right? It's just shocking. Okay, let's try that again. Um, I've tested this comp and it can work. Yeah, we're gonna have sustain. But someone's already attacking, and he's using the same comp. Oh man. I hope that piano works. Because mine just didn't work. Nice Shazam. Let's bring in the same comp of Ritesh. And then we bring in Fran and Laika. Okay, we'll use Fran's lead skill. Let's go. Oh man, these guys are so fast. Nice wedget. Okay, and then Kens is doing Orion, Theomars, Chasun. Okay, and then we see here Selek, Fengyan, Lakan, Perna, and Emilia. Oh, see, that Zyros comp worked for him. And then we grab, let's see, Wedget. And then, I still can get over that loss. Yeah, I feel raped. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately, I tried to record the other parts of the fight, especially my swords or my monster fights, but my phone got full because honestly, it's very hard to record siege battles. I promise to make it better next time, but if you like this format of siege battles, like how I presented it to you today, please do leave a like the video, leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see more of these videos. I can make them for you. It takes time to record it, especially the teams have to wait, wait here, wait there, or whatever, until you can attack. But it's very hard to put it all together. But if you want to see it, I'll be happy to make more siege battle videos for you. Please stand by. I'll be asking permission from my guildies if I can show their ruins. But yeah, I'm a bit worried with privacy and all that. If they don't want to show their ruins and how they build their monsters, because honestly, if you're like a streamer and then you show your ruins, and then they see you on defense and then they're gonna attack you. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I've seen this guy's runes. I know how fast he is. So that's another story altogether. But either way, it was a very fun show to watch. The different comps that you can actually bring against all those Molong defenses. And for our SSS treasure box, trophy box. What do we get? Ta-da! GG. Oh man, yeah, like RNG everywhere. Well, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more videos. Because we missed a couple of fights today, here's one of the most epic fights of our time. Enjoy. And like we always do, may the force be with you.